Everybody. So last time we were working on this, uh, trying to get Postgres to work in GitHub Actions has been a little bit of a challenge. However, I found an example of something that I guess presumably works, and so I want to try out this. And what they do is they split the Mac OS from the Linux, and I think that's actually probably a good idea. Yeah, it looks like it's passing. So I want to try to copy this. So I guess for first we'll split it up into build Docker, build Mac. We'll have test Mac. I guess we'll do one at a time. It means we can take off the strategy stuff. And I guess we'll kind of build out the test Linux stuff at the same time. Just to have somewhere to put this code. I guess I'll leave this commented out for now. Yeah, they kind of started getting pretty ridiculous. Trying all kinds of things to try to get the database to be connectable. Okay, so I think we're ready to copy this in. What's this? PG is ready. I wonder if that's something that exists in. Oh, it's an actual Postgres command. Look at that. Yes, it tries 10 times. My user, my password, my user, localhost, my database. Okay. Let's try it out. They're saying specifically localhost, so I'm going to try that. Again, this is just test, so not too concerned about having good names, I guess. Cool. And this will show that we are still connecting to the database. So let's go ahead and commit this and run. And while that's running, we can sort out this Linux side here. If I go back, do they have a Linux version? Oh, and because it's Linux, you can just use a normal services thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's make this the latest. These are the services. And then we'll have a step section. Which is basically, I guess we're not using Redis quite yet. We'll leave that part out. We don't need this artifact anymore, actually. Set up Swift. Check out, run the migrations, and then run the tests. And see how our action is going. Okay, so it's able to connect. It's set up. Of course, I'll have to set a different environment here for the Linux step. And what else? Yeah, these are so long. Maybe these should be sort of in a shared environment. Or even be generated by the test machine. But we'll put them just here for now. Okay, I guess that's just trucking along. Yeah, so I guess if it works, this might be the final form. We might clean up the environment variables a little bit, but we'll see. And we'll commit that, but we won't push it yet. I kind of want to see a little bit more information on how this test goes first before doing another push. Yeah, so while we're waiting for this build, we can swap over to our other task, which is um, set up a sample iPhone app that uses this library. And I believe I have that in this folder here. But did I not get in it yet? Okay, so um, yeah, we can generate the project file. And open the project file. And let's, I guess, build it. Built and seated, that's good. Just want to make this fit on the screen a little better. So if we run it in the simulator, did we get this to work yesterday? I feel like we would have gotten farther if we did. Okay, there it goes. Swap back to checking on the build. It's still going. So this is, I guess, sort of a simple sample app that uses our login server. So I guess we need a login button. And that is in, I believe, authentication services. That's hilarious. Made it so large. We made it 50 high, and then we could put padding on the sides, perhaps. There we go. There's a button. Yeah, we haven't set anything up for it yet, so this is kind of to be expected. Now let's swap back to the build. It's still building. Sleeve says, my week has been good. Ready for the weekend. Going to Pirate Fest soon. Ooh, it's a pirate festival. Is that funny because there's no water out there? Or a little bit less water? Right on. That's awesome. I'm doing okay. I got some acknowledgement from a popular guy who makes a slideshow open source thing. That was really cool. That really pumped up my week. I was able to use it at a Swift event in Omaha earlier in the week. That felt really good. And I think what also felt good was, this GitHub Action stuff has been like a little frustrating, but kind of working through it slowly has been, it made me feel good at how I wasn't getting too tilted by this stuff and just kind of continuing to migration successful, continuing to work through stuff. Woo! Um, it's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. It seems super stressful. Yeah, I think I can feel pressure to like kind of perform on camera a little bit. And I think, what's just happening is I'm writing some code, and code doesn't always work the second, third, or 15th time. And that's that's writing code. If you wanted to see a live demo, you would go to, if you wanted to see not a live demo, a performance, perhaps you would go to YouTube or something like that, or TikTok where it's super edited. I'm not against that stuff. That's just not what I'm doing right now. I'm getting some tests to pass. Good old programming. Let's pass. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Okay, so the Mac test passed. So I guess we can add in the Ubuntu tests and see how those fare. It looks like it completed, but it's not giving me that satisfying green light yet. Bruce Leaf gives 3 huge pog champs. With Thane huge. Yes, I agree. But this is kind of feeling like a hard work pays off moment. Oh, we got the green over here. Oh my god. All right, because I had that artifacts task to upload the Postgres log because uh, oh, we don't need that anymore. Long story short, satisfying green. Test Linux also, and I guess we threw in the other build steps too. So there was no changes to Mac or the to build release build scripts. But here we added in the test on Ubuntu. Okay, so that's gonna take a few minutes to simmer. Put it on the stove, and we can go back to our little iPhone app that's gonna use this. I'm thinking we kind of want to offer like a few views that people can easily use. Time to add Windows support, says Bruce Leaf. Uh, Windows support. Yeah, Windows support, and of course TI-82, TI-83 support. So you can log in with Apple from your calculus integrations. Yeah, so I think I want to have kind of like a login view that'll kind of like do everything for people that use this library. Like handle the login button, and that will talk to the server, store the JWT perhaps in the keychain, um, and store the user of the database. I mean, like apps kind of have to do. It'll show examples for maybe that other stuff, but having like a login view that I can just drop into my apps, um, that's hitting, my server. That's exactly what I want, and that's what I'm building as open source because I think other people might like that too. And they can, if it's just a little bit off, they can tweak it, and everyone benefits. So I'm kind of thinking maybe this should be like a framework. But I guess for now we'll just build it right here. We can uh, separate it out later. I'm thinking that we want like a login view and perhaps like a login slash log out button that maybe like yeah, see like Yeah, logging can get pretty complicated. It can get pretty tied to exactly what the app is trying to do, right? Um, because then there would also be perhaps like a login service singleton that um, publishes a current signed in user. Do I need SwiftUI here, or is just Combine fine? Oh, I don't need Combine at all. Okay. If I say published, then I'll need a user structure, I guess. Then this login view would have a reference to a login controller, perhaps from the state, uh, or perhaps from the environment. Of course, this should be maybe global on the whole app. Um, Window group cannot have that. Okay. Yeah, I guess here it's kind of important to just build an app and then pull out stuff later. Trying to build stuff that's extractable can be a little hard to do all at the same time. Maybe we'll have like a show a sign out button. Which of course will just be, login controller.sign out. Initializer for conditional binding must have optional type. value was never used. That's correct. Signed in as user.firstname, I suppose. Or maybe just name. Are we going to have usernames in this app? Are we going to have first names, last names? At any rate, this user needs to be in its own file. Let's check on our build. We got some greens. And the back is still going, but it's almost done. But we made no changes to Mac, and it passed. So, holy crap, man! Yeah. So after the stream yesterday, I did a little quick Google to try to. I feel like I typed in the same words that I did last time, but somehow I must not have because I found something else. I found a link to this example, and this example, I guess you could say, was really helpful because now we're passing. Let's go back to. Let's leave this up here and get back to our iPhone app. Yeah, so if we had a login controller with, say, a user on it, I guess that also, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here, like, if people are using like TCA or something, or whatever framework they're using, it this may or may not be what they want, but I guess it will serve as an example for folks. And it goes, says Bruce Leaf. Pirate Fest time. Hope you have a great stream and we can chat with you later. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful time with the pirates. The migration's passed. This is on Mac. Pull up. All right, we're just waiting for Mac to finish because Ubuntu already passed. What's the name of these callbacks? request. Yeah, this is all stuff I kind of want to push into the controller and out of the view. So let's go ahead and define these two methods. Type of this request again. Here it is. So here we need to import authorization services, authentication services. Yeah, and later we can of course add like the Google buttons or whatever we want in here. Take a sneak peek at our build. It's still going. Ooh, it's green. Oh man. We did it. It's only about a minute longer on the Mac. Maybe they just have more. Oh no, it's I was comparing the wrong things. It's like 9 minutes longer on the Mac. Maybe the Ubuntu machines they give you are just more powerful or something. Or there's more demand for the Mac. Oh man, with that done, I'm kind of fixing to go into this weekend. Um, let's see. Um, yeah, we kind of got our feet wet again with continuing on building this iPhone app here. We finally got our GitHub Actions up and running. That is pushed um, here to this repo. We're on the initial branch. Um, so you can see everything that we've done so far. This is open source. And really appreciate your support, perhaps as a sponsor. You already have one. Thank you so much for helping keep the dream alive. yeah, we'll continue with this next week. Thanks for watching. I still don't have a schedule to announce. My goals are to make user-first software, to educate and share folks, to solve kind of a small problem that an independent developer can solve that a large company just wouldn't, because they need like huge profit margins and investors and VCs. I'm hoping to build things that just an independent developer can build, just enough money to support my family. I like making stuff that's easy to use and easy to read. For example, some of my current projects, Haptic Studio is currently on the App Store for testing haptics on your iPhone. Underway NYC is currently on the App Store. It's a subway app for checking the subway in New York. FQAuth, that's this project right now. And then we have some tooling stuff, some DevOps tooling with Swish and SH and a few plugins for that there. I guess that's all, man. I'm ready for this weekend. Let's go. Have a great one, everybody.